So moving on to like variables, because variables are the most the most basic thing that you will learn in any programming courses. So that's where we are also starting from. So we can variables. So variables can easily be understood as boxes, containers. This is a very poor representation of a box, but normally there's a box lid. Yeah, it kind of looks like a washing machine now. So you understand you get the idea. This is the box. So normally variables can be thought about or thought like boxes, and which the boxes can store like normal generally boxes stores something. So variables store values as in you can put an information and name it in a variable. For example, you can have your age. Normally, for example, if you're 25 years old, and you can have this specific value of your age can be saved in an age variable. In such a case, the different programming languages have different syntaxes, but normally, we all programming languages that I came across, of course, has variables to deal with. So let's look into a few of the variables in the computer. So as explained before, variables are typically just storage containers for values. So that's what I am trying to teach you right now. So suppose we have written a script where we want to print some lines about my age being 25. And I'm actually not 25, and so right here I wrote that I'm 25 and next year I will be 26 and so on. Like in 10 years I will be this much and whatever. I was 21, I finished high school, blah, blah, blah. These are the things that we want to print, but here we actually have to calculate in our head. It's not actually hard, but in programming, you do have to make some calculations which you don't actually want to do in your head. For example, the 25, we do programming to make us not to use our heads so that we can do repetitive tasks pretty easily. So efficiency is the key in here. So that's why when I write first my age being 25, next year I'll be 26. So of course this next year means that the age that I am right now, it should be +1, and in 10 years the age that I'm right now, it would be +10, and something like that. So this is actually not a very good way. For example, it can be if you wanted to use something with 20, where you use your age too many times. So like here, for example, it can be 25 +1, yeah, something like this. Then it might occur to you that you are not as young as you think you are. You are maybe 29. So you have to change this to 29 and then change this to 29 and then all over the code, because these are just 5 lines of code. But when you are 3,000 lines of code, you cannot use the values there again and again. So that's why the better way to do is actually using a variable called an age here, where you can actually put the value of 29 or 25 or whatever you think you are. And if you're mistaken, you just have to change one line and everything will stay the same. So for example, here, what we have stored the variable here, and here we are using the variable because this bracket indicates that we are using a specific variable. So we are taking the value out of the variable box, the box called age, and whatever the value is inside of the box called age is being shown into the screen using the print function. So here it's just using this variable, and then this variable +1, this variable +10, this variable -5. This is the calculation for the thing. You can do a bunch of things. For example, calculating the birth year. It's 2025 now, and you can just subtract your age, and you can get the birth year, and you put the birth year inside of another variable, because we don't want to keep it floating around in the script. So we can use actually we can think where have we calculated the birth year. There might be a variable that is associated with the birth year, and then we can use this specific variable in this part and in other parts of the script as well. So actually I have generated a lot of lines which actually shows you the importance of variable. And there are if statements as well, which we haven't actually gone into, but you get the idea of actually using variables. So I hope you got a very good understanding about how variables work, and let's get on to the next topic of today, which is the data types.